Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Joe Ball. Welcome to High Def High School State Semi-Final weekend in Virginia High School football playoffs. This is the good stuff. It just keeps getting better each week. The stakes are higher and higher. And Northern Virginia teams are doing battle all over the state of Virginia today, trying to win a state semi-final matchup and move on to a championship in a week. Down in the Tidewater area, the Brentsville District Tigers are on the road against a monster Phoebus Phantom team who has just crushed everyone on their schedule, including Oscar Smith. They put up 56 points on Oscar Smith just over a month and a half ago. In Richmond, Virginia, the two-time defending state champion Stonebridge Bulldogs are trying to three-peat, and the road to the state title for them goes through Highland Springs. The first time they faced them 2 years ago in a state title game, and then last year they beat Highland Springs at home in a state semifinal game. Well, if they want to do it again, the road again goes through Richmond. Highland Springs comes in 13-0, and they have been circling this game with Stonebridge for a year. They would like to see some revenge today. The Kettle Run Cougars will be coming in today 13-0. They will be doing battle all the way down in Lynchburg, Virginia with EC Glass, who comes in at 12-1. And up here in Northern Virginia, Daryl Overton's Freedom Eagles, who are 13-0, and they are just plowing through their schedule. They are already up 14-0 in the first quarter against Western Branch. Western Branch is a newcomer to the state semifinal and final round, but they are an athletic team. They are big. Jeff Overton, the talented sophomore running back, will be leading the Eagles against that tough defense. The winner of that game will face the winner right here. Fairfax comes in 13-0. The Fairfax Lions, led by megastar Tony Rojas, are taking on last year's state semi-finalist, the Madison Warhawks.
Look at where we came, all right? We are a family and we pushed, we worked to get here. Now it's our chance to step up. Now it's our chance to write our story. Let's get out there, let's work, and let's dominate this game. Let's go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No one has been able to handle this Fairfax front five all year long. They have owned the line of scrimmage. The Fairfax Lions come into this game 13-0 with Penn State commit and gamer Tony Rojas running downhill over some of the best defenses in Northern Virginia. But on the other side of the field, the Madison Warhawks are the returning state semi-finalists from 6A and the most dominant team from 2021 in Northern Virginia. A proud program whose glory of their 13-1 finish a year ago was somewhat forgotten and faded after an 0-3 start to 2022. But Madison has built a power program with a very talented group of athletes and a tremendous coaching staff. They have won 10 straight games since that difficult 0-3 start, where just 7 points were the difference between 13-0 and 10-3 coming into this game. Penn State University head football coach James Franklin there on the sideline, here to watch his blockbuster future star Tony Rojas. And first drive of the game, Headache takes a pitch and he breaks through into that secondary. The assassin Tony Rojas comes up and strips the ball. Fairfax recovers it. A couple things to note on this play. Hard to say which way the game is going to go. The Fairfax defense, which has been lights out, forces a turnover early on, and yet Angelo Dredge had just busted 25 yards downfield on this defensive front, which hasn't given up much at all this year. So on Fairfax's first drive, they're facing a 4th down and a couple, going for it. Jake Worthen gets it to Tony Rojas, and the Madison defensive front shuts it down. Charles Backman and Michael Delgado coming up hard. Rojas is stopped for a 4-yard loss, and Madison gets the ball back out close to midfield. Mack is going to go to work. He swings it out to Cord Yates, and he's on the corner. Gets it across midfield and down to the Fairfax 35-yard line. Then Lewis is going to give it to Headache. Angelo Dredge's got a big hole from that offensive line, running over Jake Worthen there. But penalties and that stout defense move Madison back. This is 4th down and 15 from out at the 31-yard line. Mac Lewis, he's got there nicely, 1 foot down, and the Warhawks have a first down at the Fairfax 15-yard line. Aguri Hartman will kick a 31-yard field goal, put Madison on the board 3-0 with 2:17 left in the first quarter. On the next Fairfax drive, Chase Miller takes the direct snap. The ball is going to be stripped by Michael Delgado. Madison gets the ball in Fairfax territory. Then Mac Lewis drives the Warhawks deep down and caps off his drive with an 8-yard touchdown pass to Sonny Endicott. He's going to take it for a jog around the track. Madison up 10-0 with 9:37 left in the half. next Fairfax drive. Jake Worthen back to pass, looking for Rojas. But he's picked off by Kevin Chadwick Jr. He's going to take it back to the house. What is going on? Madison's defense stepping to the Fairfax house, setting the tone early on. That pick six sets the Warhawks up 17-0 with just 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first half. And this was a great look at what Tony Rojas was facing all day long. We showed you that he's a monster, but Jake Green, Eric Anderson, Chadwick, Delgado, Jake Green again, Luke Jarvis and Matthew Remy. Dark side defense just ganging up on the big fella. Every yard was a battle. But Jake is going to go to Cam Love 3 times on this drive. A first down here, 10 yards out to his 34. His toe was out of bounds there, but the stripes rule of the catch, and it's a first down Fairfax. Then Jake goes 15 yards here, hitting Cam again. He's got a first down to the Madison 34-yard line. And then Worthen dropping on 3rd down and 20. He hits Zidane Newman. He's loose in the secondary, moves it down to the 12-yard line, 22 seconds on the clock, and it's running. They can't spike the ball because it's 4th down. Jake's going to give it to the gamer. Tony Rojas goes airborne, hits that pylon, and with just 9 seconds to play in the first half, he's got a touchdown, puts Fairfax on the board. It's Madison 17, Fairfax 7. We move to the second half. Jake and the Lions get that ball first. Play action to Tony, and he's going deep. It goes off Chase Miller's helmet, and Michael Delgado's got it. Warhawks defense with the pick. Mac Lewis goes right to work. He swings it out to Cord Yates, and the mighty Cord is going to move it down the sideline. Cam Love tries to push him out, but 5 is too strong for that. He's racing all alone into that end zone. Let me tell you something. People underestimate Cord because he's 5'9", 170, but my man is a beast in the weight room. This guy looks like a bodybuilder, and folks better be looking at this guy as a legitimate D1 recruit. He's got some sauce. It's 23-7, Madison leads. We move to the 4th quarter, and Tony Rojas is just too darn good to be corralled. Look at the burst of speed here. He's in that end zone, trying to close the gap. It's 24-14 with just under 6.5 minutes left in the 3rd. Huge moment in this game. Fairfax just scored to pull the game to 9 points, and Mac Lewis is going to be picked off by the mighty Jack Balderson. He's racing to that end zone. Look at the play Mac Lewis makes at the 15, getting just enough of those legs to make Balderson go down before he gets to that end zone. 1st and goal for Fairfax, but the Madison defense comes up huge. Fairfax with a scripted 4-play no-huddle series, and that Warhawk defense stops them cold, holds a goal line stand to shut the door on that red zone chance. Then, later in the 4th, Mac Lewis pitching to Headache, Angelo Dredge rolling into that 2nd level, moving it outside all the way down to the 12-yard line. First down for Madison in the red zone. Then, when you're feeling the headache, you just keep feeding them. That big offensive line sealing off the Fairfax front, and Angelo Dredge is in that end zone for a touchdown. It's 31-14 with 11 minutes and 13 seconds to play in the game. But Jake's not finished. Look at this play that Dylan Lyerly makes. Absorbs a hit from Jake Green, turns on the Jets for another 12 yards. Orion Laura brings him down, but Dylan is across midfield, 20 yards on the play, and then Tony Rojas is just so good. Check out the lateral move here. The acceleration, running free 28 yards into that end zone. That makes it 31-21 with 3:42 to play in the game. The Warhawks offense holds on to the ball to run out the clock. After an amazing 11 straight wins, they have written their story and are headed back to the state title game for the 2nd year in a row.
Oh, it's amazing. Like I just told the dudes in the huddle, I love each and every one of these guys. It's been a ride this season, and I just love everybody. I'm so excited.
Did you feel surprised at all that you were having so much room to run and the holes were opening up like they were?
I actually was surprised. It felt like 5 was making every tackle. He's a great ball player, but no offense to Fairfax, but other than him, we felt like we could just do whatever we want.
Coach, you guys are the defending state semifinalists. Didn't get to enjoy that as much with the attention the way it went with the younger guys and the 3 losses. But talk about where you guys are right now, 11 straight.
Well, I think it shows a lot about the character of our seniors and this team. You know, a lot of people were doubting us, but I think internally, we kind of knew what we had. We did a lot of really good things in those games that we lost. We knew we had the pieces to build on, and the kids just made the mindset up that they were going to practice a little bit harder. We were going to get it down to detail. and get back to playing championship level football. And it's all on those guys, the leaders, the seniors. They really turned the ship around and got us going in the right direction.